Tuesday morning for the Warbird Arrival Sun and Fun 2025. Wanda and I arrived about lunchtime on Tuesday morning and tied the airplane down, 666, ready to watch the show. Many friends and visitors came by during the week, and everyone was welcome to sit a spell and ask questions about Navions or just rest their feet.
All right, Blake, here we are at Sun and Fun 2025 with Blake Fleming in his natural state.
That's true.
Feet propped up, sipping on some kind of beverage.
And my bicycle, look at my bicycle.
With his, very difficult to pedal bicycle.
Yeah.
Powered by electrons.
Yeah.
And we're watching Exodus begin. Red flag is down, air show's over. You have the young man who is charged with, out there in the distance, keeping people off the taxiway. Yeah, lots of CJs and T6s parked behind us. A couple of F-35s down there in the distance. All right, well, that shows into the sun. Here we are, walking around Sun and Fun, buying the RJs, or CJs rather. Here's Blake's airplane, 666. Couple of T6s up here. Interesting airplanes here. I see two of them. I've never seen the two here together. And they are based on the Beechcraft T-34 Mentor, but they were built in Japan under license, and they're 4-seat airplanes rather than the 2-seat airplane that the T-34 is. Really neat airplanes. Beech 18s down there on the end of the runway. Come around this way. 4 Beech 18s in the distance. A few CJs. Eastern Bloc trainers. And then you have Epsilons, which I think are Italian. Couple of those. A Bulldog with the orange tip tanks, maybe, I'm not certain. DC-3, the Mustang down there with the 4-blade prop in the distance. This one flew in the air show with us today. I didn't get any video from today's air show. Sorry about that. Perhaps on Friday. Big tent there, Comanche Town. We would set up our tent right at that same location when we had that Navion road back in the day. Cessna 310, military version, referred to as the Blue Canoe. Air repair. Skydive plane from over Zephyr Hills. And a Beech 18. Beautiful historic airplane. Good Pratt & Whitney radials. Bunch of Comanches. Piper made a lot of those. right, home built. I've not seen these in this location that I can remember. Some things have grown. Seaplanes. Warbird parking, which is all the way over here this year. And there's my sweetheart. Right where I parked the car. I forgot about that. All the dust. Very dry at the moment. Say hello.
Hello.
Best woman a man could ever ask to be with, right there.
What now?
Best woman in the world.
Love you.
Wanda and I made it to the Shrimp Boat Grill. The Kilroy's camping in 2531 Tango, also known as the Pumpkin. Tom and Ed are the third owners of this fine airplane. Converted to an IO 550B engine, she flies beautifully. Navion Society board member Dave Bevan camping here. We did get front row parking on Taxiway B to watch the show, and you can see that we had an excellent location for seeing the show. There's Fat Albert making a pass. Another Navion tied down in the camping area. The Blue Angels were a big attraction this year, and they flew on Thursday some, and then had a show on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. The jets come by pretty fast, and they're hard to catch with my camera. Every year, we try to go to Jesse's Prime Rib in Brandon, and here's the crew for this year.
Well, the F-16 Viper demo just finishing up, I think. Beautiful skies over Lakeland. And a nice crisscross pattern from contrails. Some people would say chemtrails. Up in the sky. It's a beautiful day. A couple of warthogs have come in. Great airplane for what it's built. Very hard to follow with this camera.
up on some of the B-25s and Cheeto. Betty's Dream alongside. Corsair there in the background. You don't see those very often. We have got a few of those at Statesboro, where I'm based, when they were filming Devotion. A26. And of course over here, A51s. You still see a lot of those in the shows. They're sexy airplane, fly well, so I'm told. There's the T6. That's a TVM Avenger. Wings unfolded. Big airplane for a single engine. You can see how big it is compared to the Corsair. Corsair. Not Corvair. Different animal. And more Mustangs. Behind the trailer there. And the J-Model Hercules C-130. Modern fighters. And this is the TVM Avenger with the wings folded.
Yes, sir.
One of the Titan planes for the air show. Titan. C-17 background. Got an F-16 there from Shaw Air Force Base, South Carolina Guard. A couple of those. And C-17 out of Charlotte. Haven't been, it's worth the trip. Smaller than Oshkosh, you can walk it easily in a day and see everything. Much more convenient, sure. Something here for just about everybody in general aviation. They have pretty much something here for everybody in general aviation.
Okay.
You said that they were overrated.
Right there at 523. Make that about all the way to get your contact and around make sure I've got it.
I was here all day yesterday. What are you doing?
I'm GoProing, filming,
Oh, okay.
recording if I can. This thing, I'm playing with it because they're so far in the distance that I don't know if I can get into digitally enlarge it or not on this.
I don't know. I don't know. Never had one of those.
Oh yeah, they're neat.
I see them, you know, on YouTube videos where they mount them on the wings.
Yeah, they do. That's
And
right.
some of them have like a 360 view.
Yep.
That it.
Where's he gonna go up? Flying Blake's plane.
There he goes.
There he is. Okay.
I got a ride in one of those.
Neat
Meridian,
airplane.
Mississippi, Thanksgiving Day, 1984 or 5. One of our friends, Bert and I, Scott Sherman and his brother, they bought it in Alaska. They're ferrying it back to Palm Beach.
Oh.
I think they bought it for, back then, only like 300,000. We sold it 6 months for 600,000.
Oh yeah. Very valuable.
Can't imagine what they are now.
I don't know. They had most of the flying ones in the world at our airport a few years ago.
No kidding.
They were filming a movie called Devotion.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was the flying episodes were filmed in Statesboro.
Flying episode 1.
All the flying was done at the airport by home airport.
Okay, cool.
Mooney going out. Canadian registration, I think. CF. I may be wrong about that. Somebody starting up behind us here. And here we go. Music playing music. Blowing bubbles. That's the tailpipe. That's a load for a golf cart chassis. Alright, nice polished Navion going out by 443 kilo. Maybe one of the Woodside
Coming inbound for Sun on Wells Can't wait to see what everyone's plans look like. We're departing the interstate heading towards the Cake Tower. From the Cake Tower, we're going to start a 19th descent.
Yellow and blue one
head
was,
for the V-shaped building.
there you go.
From there, we're going to make our way through the downwind. Our downwind's going to half mile north. We're to the left pattern, so it's going to be right side of the downwind.
Oh, he's just coming in. He's not going out.
We're not doing
All right.
square pattern
Very
today.
good.
We're doing nice short
I love it.
approaches. Calling your buddy. I need everyone
Go meet
to
somebody
know
new.
the sign right there.
Or somebody I know that I didn't recognize their plane. One or two.
As long as time as you're landing, we're doing left pattern today, so
Yeah, I missed it.
turn to the left pattern.
All right, one more for you. How
All
big of a challenge is it to switch from the front step to the aft step?
All right, there we have a Corsair.
If you fly right over that Cake Tower and turn left, you're going to be looking for the V-shaped building. That'll be your reference point, descend towards it, and then when
this
you're
in the air
over it,
show.
make me turn into the downwind. You don't have to wait for us to call you out. You'll turn into the downwind for the left traffic, runway 10 left.
Beautiful airplane. There you have a Twin Beach taxiing out. Beautiful airplane. Nice paint. Got the high top cabin on it. And here you have another Navion. This is a 225 Navion. Belongs to Ken Hughes. Very nice airplane. Formerly belonged to Jerry Cordham. Painted in the squadron colors of Jerry's squadron in Vietnam, flying off the Oriskany. Jerry was an A4 pilot. He and his good friend Bud Brown, squadron mate, both had Navions, both painted in the same scheme. It was nice to get them both together. Austin Lowry has Bud's airplane now, but this one Ken has. Alright. It's like somebody's having difficulties with a home-built Mustang replica. Alright, here's Blake Fleming's Navion. This is the one you saw in the video where I repaired the nose gear, where it had a bolt instead of two tapered pins. He has the cover off now, and I'm out of the hangar, so I can actually do a good walk around. Painted in the colors of the Alabama Air National Guard, where they had their P-51s painted back in the day. It's a beautiful airplane. I've done a fair amount of work on this one, including getting the overhead vents and canopy working properly. Putting an engine on it. Has a fresh IO 520 BB engine. Beautiful airplane, flies well. When he bought it, it was an IO 470H engine. He wore that one out, so we put on the 520. This Navion belongs to Tanner Matheny, and it was formerly the plane of Tony Russell. He had it for many years. IO 550B engine, very, very nice airplane. And Tanner's taking
very good care of it since he picked it up. Here, we have a couple of Swifts taxiing out to leave. I know some of the Swift folks. They're in a hurry, cruising right along. Looks like one of the show planes there taxiing out, as well as this one. Here you have my sweet wife Wanda sitting in front of 666, which belongs to my son James. Has the bubble moonshadow canopy on it, long slope windshield, a lot of other nice modifications, zip tips, IO 550R engine, 3-blade Macaulay prop. No, 3-blade MT prop. Nice 3-blade MT prop on that thing, lightweight, smooth, very smooth. Baggage door. A really nice airplane. And no, currently not for sale. All right. Saturday morning at Sun and Fun. Here we are. Steady stream of folks, I guess, leaving on Saturday morning. Yep. See the VFR emblem in the window of that home built. And another steady stream of folks leaving. Sitting here by 666. Great flying airplane, IO 550R. Decathlon. And Red Bull aerobatic show plane going out. Nice stars and stripes theme. This is a Navion.
I'm sorry?
Navion.
Navion.
Yes, sir.
Almost looks like a T-34.
Little bit different. T-34 is based on the Beach Bonanza.
Right.
Yeah, this is a North American Navion.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you. C-17 is still here. That's kind of the longest. I've seen one of those sit over on the ramp for a while. Usually those will come and stay a few days and leave. The big military iron. Steady stream of planes coming in this morning. Beautiful day. A few low clouds, they'll burn off. All scattered stuff. Diving.
Yeah. Doing a short field landing.
I think so.